Prospector Paul here, back to Twin Creek Mine, and today we're digging in the special pit. When I say we, I mean me and my buddy Sean here from Texas. Met him up on Crystal Vista the other day, and he talked about this place, and boy, it sure sounded good. And you know, we did the video last week for the digging in the $25 pit, and that sure was a good time. But we come to the special pit. It's a little smaller, but there's a lot better stuff here, and I've been poking around with his deer horn in his little pocket, and you can see those big crystals right there. We're going to work on getting those out. Those are really nice. Maybe we can get the whole cluster. But yeah, Sean was nice enough to lend me this deer horn so that I don't scratch them instead of using a screwdriver. So it's like anything, you got to have the tools of the trade. Wow, look at the size of that crystal there. Oh my goodness.
How's it going?
All right, owner's coming, going to talk to us. I'll be back. Well, we got permission to dig in this wall, and some others have tried before, so it must be pretty tough stuff, but it may be worth it. Look at those points. Just beautiful. I don't know if you can see this massive one in here. That is a big, that sucker's 3 inches across, easy. People been digging down in there. There are just crystals and pockets everywhere. Some amazing stuff. Another little pocket. A couple nice points in there. Some nice stuff in this wall. I'd like to try and face this off. If I could face it right where the seam is, then you could backlight it. That'd be really cool. Be nice to get some of them out of there. Don't look like they've been beat up. Another little pocket up here. I guess this is the true definition of a pocket. There's some big clear points in there. Just amazing stuff. Looks like somebody was scratching down there. Some of that gray material, who knows what's in here. Ah, there's a point sticking out. There's a busted one. There's definitely one right there, that black glass. And it's gone. Well, it's down here somewhere. I am going to try to do some facing here. Here's a nice little cluster I'd like to get out. Alright, I'll get back with you when I get some of these off. Okay, so I'm working this pocket. I saw this big crystal and I was just going to try and get it out, but as I've been poking around with this deer horn, there's more and more stuff coming out. And it's right pretty. I don't know. I'm finding that less force with the hammer and more finesse with the deer horn is probably the way to go. It allows you to see what you're doing. I mean, at some point I'm going to have to break it out of there, but I did get this one loose. So just digging in this mud, you never know what you're going to find. And that's a pretty nice point. I didn't really have to work too hard at it. I was just cleaning up to see what I was looking at. I'm figuring out how to get this out of here. I also still want to face off this wall, because that's pretty cool. I really think I can seam that. But I'm going to work with this lower stuff, because if that falls down, then it would chip this big point, and I don't want to do that. So it's really pretty, amazing. These are really sharp at the top, so you want to be wearing your gloves when you're working in there. But that's a nice little point. I did get the the bigger point out of that pocket, but it did get cut up on the sides there, so that's why I know you gotta wear your gloves. All right, I'm gonna keep poking on this, and then when I get something loose or I'm about to face it off, I'll turn it back on. That didn't take long. I went and put the stick back in and just pushed on this one. Oop, and there she comes out. Nice. Nice facet. That's fantastic. What a nice big point. Who knows? There's hope. Maybe this one will just come free and I won't have to use any force. Alright, I'm going to keep working this pocket. Well, I just scraping up there and I pulled out this beautiful point. That's a big one. That is fantastic. Not busted. Nice, nice point. Oh, that's really pretty. Huh. Can't wait to get that cleaned up. This one is absolutely not loose. I've moved all around it, moved all the material out from it. It's not really worth trying to break it out as a cluster. I think I'm just going to go for that point. At least that makes the most sense to me. Definitely want to wear your gloves. That was pretty sharp. Okay, back in a bit. Well, I got a few chips away from it. Got another little point there. That one looks really sharp. But victory is mine. Oh, wow. That's a dandy. Look at that beautiful point. Being real careful. Another broken one. Okay. Success. What a gorgeous point. Now if I can just get that cluster. Be my favorite way, brute force. Get this little cluster off of there too. Back in a bit. So I just walked over to Sean. He's got about 3/4 of a bucket full of surface finds. And along the way I just picked up a few myself. This stuff's just laying everywhere here. This is definitely a special pit. Really worthwhile. I'm going to work on that one cluster up in the wall there. I really think I can face that off. Wish me luck. Well, I just talked to Sean, and well, he got himself a cap. We'll have to get some footage of it, but it's about 3-inch diameter. Well, it's 2.5 anyways. But I've been working this face. I've been chiseling through here. Busted a little bit off, but got in behind it. And it started to get loose. Grab my chisel here. Oh, I think it's broken a different spot than I want it to be. Probably going to come out in a couple pieces. Well, I got my tripod. It's out in the truck. Because that's a good place for it. You know, way back up. Well, maybe that will come all out at once. I don't want to hit it with a hammer anymore. There she goes. Heard it cracking. Come on. Looks like the top's gonna break. Right up in here. Yep. Little cluster there. Wonder if I can get the rest of that. Alright, I'm gonna put the camera back down. Work it real slow back in that crack. Maybe I can get that whole cluster out of there. Well, looks like hitting it's kind of shattered. It's all coming apart, so just take them out piece by piece. Boy, if it would have just stayed like that. Still, that ain't a bad little cluster. Yeah, luck of the draw, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna collect my pieces and then I'm gonna do some surface collecting. This is a lot of work beating on this quartz. You see a loose crystal up there, but it's about 3 foot out of range. Nice crystal. I'll get a stick. If I can find a stick, I'll knock that down, but pretty sure it'll hit the ground and I'll lose it. Alright, I'm gonna do some surface collecting. I decided to do some surface collecting. Just found this little point. There's something right there. Ooh, that's a little bit bigger. I wasn't expecting that. Let me get a tool on that. Little cluster. Wow. Nice little find. Little tiny point. One right there. They're just everywhere. Crystals are heavy, so they work their way down. It's a good piece for tumbling. Yeah, nice one for tumbling. Little black glass right there. Ooh, that's a little bigger than I thought it was going to be. That's always a pleasant surprise. How about this one? It's a little bigger too. Right in that peanut butter clay. Must be another cluster. It is. Oh yeah. That's nice. They're just literally everywhere. All over the surface. A little point right there. Alright, Twin Creek's mine. I'm telling you, the special pit's pretty special. Well worth it. Basically all I did was shut the camera off, move 1 foot, and there's one. There's one. There's a little cluster. Tiny little cluster. Might make a neat jewelry point. There's one. There's one. This is a lot of fun. Bring your kids. You could have a ball here. Got a nice piece of black glass here. Let's hope for something good. Looks pretty good. Oh boy. Nice. Nice point. Yes sirree. Surface find. And keep looking. Well, back to the wall again. And I noticed this one was pretty flat. And that's kind of a rare formation. So I took a couple chisels here, knocked some of this I don't know what that is, just regular quartz, you know, the milky quartz out of the way, and there we go. That's a nice little cluster. That is really something. Got that little flat point out of there. Isn't that pretty? Wow. Might be my find of the day. Really nice. Alright, I'm going to keep poking around on this wall and see if there's something else good up there. Well, I was hoping Sean load up his truck. He's just getting ready to get out of here. Back of that truck is full. Got a whole bunch of clusters and 6 or 7 buckets full of points. But we put the big rock in the truck and said goodbye to each other. And I looked up on the hill. I saw this little bit of this point, and it's a real nice point. When I went up to grab it, I found my biggest point of the day. That is a dandy, all of 1.5 inches across. Got a little fracture there, but what the heck. Can't beat it. Great place. Sure had me a lot of fun today. Think I'm gonna do some surface collecting. Work my way out of here too. They close here in about an hour. I was beating on this big old crystal some more. That is a monster of a crystal, but I think when I get, it'll break when I get it out, if I get it out. And with only an hour left, I'm going to try and rush it, and I'm going to make a mistake and probably wreck it. It ain't the best crystal anyways. I see it does have a couple fractures in it. But heck, I made it a lot easier for the next guy, so whoever finds it, you're welcome. Alright, I'm going to round up all my junk. I got a lot of junk. And get out of here, and we'll do a little wrap up at the end. Alright, so we're going to do the wrap up from day 2. This is the smalls. And then some of the clusters. So I've been working on the clusters. I've been grinding off the sandstone. Comes off pretty easy. I'm just using a little Dremel tool. Got to wear a mask because it makes quite a bit of dust. And some goggles and a face shield. But these will clean up super, super nice. Really looking forward to this one. Little druzy piece. All those tiny little crystals. That's going to be real pretty. If I get more of that sandstone off, maybe able to backlight that. You know, a little box with a light in it, you know, that maybe changes colors or something. I swear I've seen them on Amazon, and that would all turn different colors. That'd be kind of cool. And this one's like a milky quartz, but pretty cool. This one's pretty nice. Very, very pretty. Lots of nice crystals. Favorites. I've been wiping some of them off. That's a real nice point. Another just clear as glass point. Another point. This cluster is going to be kind of cool. It's got this one real large crystal sticking up off of it. A lot of little jewelry points. Is that it? Oh no. What do we got over here? So these are the best finds. You've seen me pull this one out of the wall. Got that flat crystal in it. And it's not that rare. It'd be more rare if it was terminated on both ends and being flat like that. So it's just a crystal, but still a little bit of work. I'm pretty happy with that one. Then we got the biggest one of the day. It's pretty beat up. That is a monster crystal. What else we got? The second biggest one of the day. That one's not as bad. Pretty nice crystal. Another one that's got a lot of milk in it, but the tip is clear. It's pretty cool. Now for the really good ones. That's probably my overall favorite crystal. That is the only one I'm really going to keep. I like that one. Just beautiful. Then we got some just crystal clear points. Another one right there. Really neat. Pretty good size one. Another one. And we got another one with this real steep face. You can see that angle. It's like a 60-degree angle. Pretty cool. Another point. Then my two favorites is this one. And it's a little guy, but it is terminated on both ends. So if you're digging in New York, there's a place called Herkimer, New York, and you can dig up what's known as Herkimer diamonds, which are these crystal clear, terminated on both ends, quartz crystals. Well, here in Arkansas, they're not called Twinkimers or something like that. They're called Arkimers instead of Herkimers. That's a pretty good one, but I got a bigger one out of the big pit, and it's really cool. It's shaped like a parallelogram, but it is terminated on both ends. Absolutely one cool crystal. That'll make a very nice jewelry piece. I think I'm going to keep that. I'm going to get that for Christmas. And then lastly, the only other crystal I'm going to keep was the find of the day. Another blue phantom. Amazing. It cleaned up. I had no idea I had a blue phantom. And then I was just cleaning on it and noticed that black in there. In fact, I would say that's more of a black phantom than a blue. It's got a little more manganese in it. That's what makes the phantoms, the manganese. Depending on the level of the manganese, determines if it's going to be blue or black. So yeah, day 2, absolute success. Lots of nice stuff there. Really had a great time. It was really nice meeting Sean. He showed me a lot and lent me that deer horn. That helped out a lot too. So anyways, that's going to wrap it up for crystal mining here in Mount Ida, Arkansas. Please subscribe and like the video. Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. What do you think? Was it worth it or not? Anyways, we're heading off to Arizona, so stick around for the ride, and I'll be seeing you around. Bye.